Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile. Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
Keep me put in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money, money.
All out here for a pill. Ready tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me, no, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go, money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up? What up? It is Alex, the fantasy football hustler, and welcome back for another episode of Elevated Sports Talk. Time to get elevated. Time to talk about the preseason. Let's see who's up in the chat before we get going on this. Salute to our man, Derek. All right. He said, training at home, finding out my training will be straight at the crib. I like it. Thanks for all the news, Derek. I'm gonna read that out after we shout out everybody. What up, Tino? Tino said, in other news, Dak doesn't understand how math works. I think the way that Uncle Jerry wants math to work is 2 for me, none for you. He's going back to that old school Twix commercial. I know you guys remember that. That's where Uncle Jerry gets all of his answers money-wise from. Emil, what up, bro? And Crispy said Dak is ass. He said Dak is trash. Back up the truck. Dang it, man. Crispy hates him some Dak. He really does. Jerry Jones says Cowboys miss CD. I bet. Will said listening while doing some final cleaning and pictures, perhaps listing the house tomorrow. Nice. Tino said, what are you calling football a business? I know, right? It's tough, man. It's tough, but no matter what, there's a reason why these QBs get paid so much, because if you don't have a dope QB, and how about just someone who's middle of the road, at least like somewhat decent, you're not winning anything unless your defense and special teams is so fucking good. So, man, pay that man his money. Pay that man his money.
Straight cash, homie.
Let's see what Derek said. Derek put a bunch of news in here for us. I like it. Let's see. Marshawn Lloyd's hamstring injury is not viewed as serious. For all you guys who are crazy enough to be drafting backup running backs in your redraft drafts. Odell Beckham's already hurt week to week with his injury. Man, you guys better not draft him. Don't do it. Yes, Xavier Legette returned to practice today, so maybe his hammy isn't as bad as we thought. Dak Prescott said his ankle is fine, and he's 1,000%, and he will return to practice Tuesday. There we go. Giants' initial belief is that rookie Malik Neighbors has a minor ankle sprain. Yeah, that's what we heard yesterday. It'd still be a few weeks, though. That'd still be a few weeks before he's back to 100%, and that could mean not a lot of practicing. Not a lot of practicing in the preseason. Hollywood, talking about Hollywood. Brown was discharged from Jacksonville Area Hospital yesterday morning and was returned to Kansas City. So they said that, what's his name? Tyreek Hill in 2019, he had this exact same injury and he missed like 4 games. So 4 weeks. 4 weeks for Hollywood before he's back to form. I mean, he might miss game 1, but he should be good by the beginning of the season. And let's see. Okay. Let me go. Let's go look at some of the rookie stats from this game and pull up Chicago. Where is it? Where the hell are their stats from this game? Here we go. Where is it? Okay, so Caleb, in his debut, 4 completions, 7 attempts, 95 yards. He had a 13-yard scamper as well. Caleb looked pretty solid out there. He looked poised in the pocket. Gino was actually surprised that he actually ran for a first down because everyone was the line sucks for the Bears. I mean, that's one thing that we saw on display. The line sucks. Rushing game, I don't know. We'll kind of see. We didn't have. Swift. I think he only played 1 series, which is smart because he's always getting hurt. So yeah, you better not let him play. But he did have a 42-yard reception, as well. And Tino said, "I've seen that, Huss. He didn't look too bad running. I mean, he was running for his life. What up, Bakes?" And he said he's more of a QB sneak kind of guy for sure. I don't think that. If anybody saw that play and is like, oh shit, Caleb's about to be a running quarterback. No, he's not going to be a running quarterback. He still looks like a pocket passer. The only time he ran was when literally there was 4 guys about to destroy him in the pocket, and he maneuvered enough to get out of there and run it for a 13-yard first down. But yeah, we saw with him and Joe Milton, 2 QBs who were pretty much known as statues in the NCAA, right? Neither one of them known for running. Both of them use their legs in this game. Why wouldn't they if they're about to die? Because that's what it looked like on that specific play. Caleb was about to get sandwiched by a guard and an end, and the other guard and end were very, very close to getting in there too. So Caleb looked pretty solid. Shit looked better than Josh Allen. Josh Allen only played 2 series. He was 2 for 3. He didn't do shit. The first series, they were 3 and out. So let him get the second series just to see if he would do anything. I don't even remember if he led a field goal drive with them. It really doesn't matter. He only played 2 series. I will tell you, though, Khalil Shakir and Curtis Samuel, those were the guys. Keon Coleman didn't really do anything. I think he had 1 catch, but it's still going to be Tino talked about it, how he was kind of getting punked. He couldn't get all the way into his routes, trying to go over the middle. And, he wasn't handling biz too much out there, but he was going against one of the tougher cornerback tandems, in the NFL. But I really feel like Shakir, Curtis Samuel, they're going to be the guys. I feel like both of them are replacing Diggs. That's what I feel like. Both of them are going to be replacing Diggs somehow. Not saying I don't like Keon Coleman, because I still do, but there's all this hype that he's going to be the number 1 wide receiver on this team. After week 1 of the preseason, I don't necessarily see that. Not saying he's not going to be a big part of this or even be in their top 3, wide receivers, but I feel like he's probably not going to get run out of the slot. Khalil Shakir and Curtis Samuel can both play out of the slot. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how they run this. And I wouldn't just I've been talking about Kincaid. I really don't like Kincaid where you have to draft him. You have to draft him as a top 5 tight end, pretty much top 5 or 6. And what's his name? Dawson Knox, man. He's going to be out there getting catches as well. They paid Dawson Knox. And it's not just because he's a decent, he's a better blocker than receiver, but he's still a decent receiving tight end compared to what's out there. So yeah, I'm just going to say that's my critique on Buffalo, because I know we're all going to be targeting Buffalo in insane amounts of players. And and almost gave up an INT in the end zone. Okay, now this one wasn't his fault. This one was Mitch Trubisky's fault. I'm glad you brought this up, because Mitch Trubisky sucks. He sucks. So it was a really they're really close to the end zone, maybe on the 5-yard line, 6-yard line. So there's not a lot of space, right there. And the cornerback had the beat. Keon Coleman was fully covered. The cornerback is literally running in front of him. I don't even know how Mitch Trubisky saw him, but he threw it. Coleman saved an INT. They wouldn't have even got those 3 points on the board had Coleman not pretty much played DB and tackled the guy and made sure that he didn't catch it. And Will said Coleman ran 100% of routes, though. That only hurts his case because he only had 1 catch. and he had 3 targets. So that's only a 33% catch rate for those doing math at home. It's not good. That's not good. And you ran 100% of routes. So I don't know how many that was. If that's 10, that compared catches compared to routes run, like that's something that I don't even know if that's like a legit stat out there. But let's coin it. Like right now, if he ran 10 routes down there and only got 1 catch, that is not good. That is not good. And Tino said, yeah, he got cut on that slant. Yeah, they're gonna have to figure out. I mean, it's his first game. It's preseason. But still, if you're out there getting punked, like it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Tino said, are Bills and the Raiders the new Patriots? Why? I'm very cute. Like, why? Why? Will said, don't shit on Smitty's boy. Is he all over Coleman? Oh, man. See, we got to get off Coleman then. And 2 tight end formations are going to kill fantasy football. Well, I don't even think the Bills were running 2 tight end sets that much. I mean, the Raiders, shit, you spend a first and a second round, on players, like they're probably going to be on the field. Coleman, he's a second rounder, but still. Or wait, no, he is a first rounder. Didn't they jump up to grab him at the 32nd spot? I believe they did. Crispy said, Hollywood out, Rice suspended, Tony to the moon.
Man, fuck Tony.
Man, fuck Tony.
Man, fuck Tony.
All right, let's see. Who are some other? Let's go to Jaden Daniels, which he didn't really do too much. He's a huge Coleman supporter, super huge. Oh man. See, that means I'm just not drafting any Coleman because Smitty's just gonna be wrong about that one. Like anybody who he goes like super all in on, like they fail. They fail. Like who was he super all in on last year? Damn, who was he super all in on last year? So Jaden Daniels, 2 for 3. Okay, yeah, you're right, Will. You're right. Carolina jumped up to get Leggett at 32 and Coleman was 33. And Tino said he could get better. Has maybe slant isn't his route. Yeah, and see, and that's what I'm saying is like they're gonna need to figure out a way to like get him involved. Get the ball in his hands. He's a playmaker. If he's running routes out there and getting punked, like they're gonna have to figure out different routes to throw him on. But either way, he better be hitting the weights, man. He better be hitting the weights. You better beef up out there. You can't be getting punked if you're gonna be looked at as a number 1 wide receiver on a team. So Jaden Daniels, 2 for 3. Did he have a rush? That's a 3. Oh, he got the touchdown. I forgot. Yeah, he had a 3-yard touchdown. Little scamper as well. Didn't play that much, but probably better that he didn't play much because he looked decent while he was out there. The one missed pass that he had was very, very bad, but it was only 1 missed pass and he only had 3 attempts. But I digress. But yeah, Jaden Daniels looking promising out there for sure. Looking promising. If it was Josh Allen in there, maybe he would have thrown a jump ball instead. And yeah, and that's another thing that sucks. Shout out to Ignacio and Lee on IG. Yeah, that's one of the things that sucks. Like Mitch Trubisky is horrible. So like if you guys actually saw like Mitch Trubisky throwing the ball, like I would say maybe like, what did he throw? Like 15 attempts and maybe like 5 of them were like good passes. And then a lot were not. And like, you could blame the pressure in his face, but that shit doesn't matter. Like there was a lot of passes where they got rid of the ball quick and just not looking good. So yeah, that's one of the things that sucks. You're playing with Mitch Trubisky versus Josh Allen. It's going to be a way different type of vibe, out there for sure. And shout out to our man Peacock. Good mooning.
But I don't want your life.
I just woke up at the crack of dawn and I had to ask you a question. Man, Scott Conn, fucking love that guy, man. And it all started with the tweeter role, bro. That was the first role that he ever did. Who is that? James Conn's son or whatever, Scott Conn. And man, he's been Gone in 60 Seconds. He's in the show that I love, Entourage. He's in there in the last 2 or 3 seasons. Yeah, 2 or 3 seasons, something like that. But yeah, I love Tweeter, man. Tweeter's the man. Remember at the end, Billy Bob cried. He's a bit of a crier. And Tweeter drank beer because Tweeter drinks beer. And Tino said, what I didn't like about the play is that he needs to be inside on the slant and he was behind the guy. Yeah, see, like that's and again, on the touchdown play, like same thing. Like that was like an inside slant, right? And the DB like totally had the position, on him. So yeah, that's something Coleman's gonna have to work on for sure. And Peacock said, I was looking at Diggs' highlights last year with Allen. About 90% of the targets were broken plays when Allen scrambled or hit him in the secondary or the third option. I mean, he had like 150 targets. I mean, I doubt that it was 90%, but I get what you're talking about. I mean, let's not forget last year that Diggs was getting double teamed and triple teamed on every play. Every play, he barely had one-on-one coverage. And if he had one-on-one coverage, it was for like 2 seconds. And then another guy was over there like, do you remember how pissed off Diggs was getting last year? Because their play calling was so fucking blah. They could not get him open. And like hard to get open when you got 3 people on you every time. And it's going to be way different with Tank Dell and Nico out there where you actually have guys that you actually have to account for, He said it was a drastic difference after watching Stroud to Collins. I mean, way different though. I mean, come on. Like this year, I mean, everybody's super hyped last year and lucky you got Diggs to like make him take the step up. But now everybody has a full season of film on Caleb on CJ and on the way that Houston runs their offense. So let's see, because we've seen sophomore slumps happen before. And at least the Texans did something to ensure he doesn't have a sophomore slump going out there and getting one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. And Diggs is going to be the number 1 on that team. I'm still sticking with it. Diggs is going to be the number 1 in targets, number 1 in yards, and I believe that Nico is going to be the one leading the team in touchdowns. And I feel like all 3 guys could potentially go over 1,000 yards. Like, why not? Why not? We've seen it before. It's very, very rare. But we need a QB throwing over 4,000. Like Caleb could do that. I mean, didn't he do that last year already? He cracked 4,000. And 1,000 yards isn't that great. It really isn't. If Diggs or Nico goes for 1,500 plus yards, like one of them, maybe it makes it a little bit tougher for each of them to get 1,000. But I think each of them could get 1,000. JPZ, what up, bro? Tito said Josh Allen looks like the best player every pitch at slow pitch softball. For sure. And Peacock says Stroud has a full season under his belt now. He has film on the defenses too. The thing is, defenses change every single year. Like defensive schemes change every single year. Player and personnel change every single year. I mean, outside of Joe Mixon and Diggs, I mean, the offense is pretty much the same, like over there. There's a whole bunch of differences, that's one thing. But yeah, either way, Caleb going into his second year should be a lot better. I'm not saying he's a Mac Jones or anything, but I'm saying like just Mac Jones is a perfect example. Someone, when you don't have any film on him, he goes in, does like really, really good. Then like the next year after that, the offense is very, very predictable. And Mac Jones just sucks. Wasn't really his fault. I mean, a lot of it probably was, but you didn't even have an offensive coordinator. So I'm just saying. And Peacock said playbooks expanding. It better. Key will be the O-line. And that was, shit, in game 1 of last year, didn't you guys only have 1 starting O-lineman out of the 5? So, yeah, that makes it, if all of them stay healthy and they're all there week 1, and they all stay there, it was crazy that he actually did so good with the line being so fucked up. But I brought this up last year. The play calling was impeccable because, like, you look at a team like the Jaguars last year, same division, right? A team that lost like 4 of their linemen in the preseason. They didn't change plays. Like, they let Trevor like hold the ball 3, 4, 5 seconds, taking all these sacks and everything like that. So that was like very, very similar situations, and Houston like prevailed with the play calling, like making sure to adjust to their bad line. And like the Jaguars, same division, they thought that Trevor was better, was good enough to like be his normal self with like 4 out of his 5 linemen gone. So yeah, that was one thing that I said last year, and I'll still give him props to Houston for that, because that was pretty that was big time. And Peacock said Caleb CJ expected to make a jump. Of course, I mean, everybody who does good in year 1, you're expecting to make a jump in year 2, for sure. Stroud cost me the championship, hurting his puss. Did Stroud not play in week 16 last year? Can't even remember. I didn't have him on any teams that were competing for a championship, so I really don't even remember. Tino said, y'all think it's Bo Nix from week 1? I think so. I mean, Jared Stidham sucks. Zach Wilson sucks. I think it's Bo Nix's job to lose. And I think he did good enough in week 1 to where they're like, all right, he goes out and shows us something week 2, he's got the job. Because he did good. He did good. And I'm glad that they gave him more of the snaps and more chances than those other fucks. Let me go. Let's find it. Where is it? Here we go. And for anybody who was expecting anything out of Anthony Richardson, I think he played 2 series and that was it. But Bo Nix, 15 for 21. You know, I mean, not the greatest, but I mean that's still a really good percentage for your first game. 125 yards and a touchdown. And Zach Wilson, he goes 10 for 13, 117. You know, Zach Wilson's still a bum. And let's see. And then Bo Nix, three rushes for 17 yards. I believe he threw an interception, and I believe he fumbled the ball once, if I'm not mistaken. No, actually he did. No. I'm thinking of JJ. So Nix did not throw an interception. There we go. Did not throw an interception. And Anthony Richardson, 2 for 4, 25 yards. I think he had one rush for 1 yard, and that was it. A lot of nothing out there. Flacco. They had a bunch of people out there. I don't know who Jason Bean is, Kadon Slovis. I mean, they were throwing everybody. They were throwing everybody out there. And Peacock said they never actually had the projecting starting O-line play a game together. Okay, yeah. See, it was crazy. I know they had a shitload of injuries in the beginning, and 2 rookies played on the line for most of the year, for sure. Okay, he missed 2 games with a concussion. Yeah, I couldn't even remember. Zach Wilson, Trey Lance. The superstars of tomorrow are here today. Oh, man. Tito said, Mel Kiper, you're a goddamn liar. Man, okay. I know you guys remember this. I went to the NFL draft in 2022, and this was the year that it was Caleb. And not Caleb. I keep saying Caleb. His name's stuck in my head. This was the year that it was Malik Willis. And Mel Kiper and Todd McShay both said that he was going to the Panthers at pick 6. And the entire time, I'm calling them an idiot. Like, no fucking way does Malik Willis go to the Panthers at number 6. I was like, there is not going to be a QB drafted in the first round this year. And there was. It was Kenny Pickett. Horrible decision, by the way. Horrible decision. Nobody should have picked a QB in the first round. And everybody flopped that year. Everybody flopped that year. It was such a horrible QB year for the draft. And Peacock said Mel Kiper don't know ball. I think now it's legit more about making headlines than anything with Mel Kiper, because like now there's a lot of his fucking takes that are like so clickbaity. They really need to get new people there, because Mel Kiper and Todd McShay, they suck and they're not entertaining. Like, you got to be way more, if you're going to be wrong like all the time, you have to be way more entertaining. How did like casual fans like us, you know, and I'm casual fans compared to like people who are getting paid to be doing this kind of research, how are we guessing more right on players and their destinations and fucking people whose literally sole job is to figure out where players are more than likely going to be drafted? That's what I don't get, man. That's what I don't get. And Peacock said, either way, my boy Tank is back. That was nice. That was nice. He had that touchdown. What? He returned a punt too? Okay. All right. I like it. You know what's weird is Tank went later after like the game happened. Like in the most recent one, he went like later in the draft than he's normally been. Super weird. Crispy said Knicks has a quick release. I mean, he better. That line's not too good over there. Mel Kiper's good at remembering names at school. This is the only reason he's there. Man, come on. He just knows all the college players. Nobody wants to take on that task. You got to learn fucking 10,000 college players' names and all that. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But yeah, Mel Kiper, Todd McShay, you guys suck. Do better at your job. Let's see. Any other rookies I can think of? I'm just looking at the whole list of the games and trying to see any box scores that we need to mention. Penix, he didn't look too bad. He wasn't out there that long. I'm pretty sure Penix threw an INT and had a fumble as well. I think him and JJ both had that. It must have just been the fumble then. Maybe not. I guess I'm just thinking about JJ. But yeah, Penix was 9 for 16, 104 yards. Not too shabby. I don't think Atlanta didn't play any starters though. So I mean, they were going second team the whole time. I don't think the Dolphins played any start. Did Dolphins play any starters? Yeah, I don't think they did. I don't think they played any starters on defense either. Yeah, no, they didn't on offense. I mean, obviously. Jalen Wright, though, 10 for 55. And had the TD on the ground as well. So, I mean, a solid performance out of him for only getting his 10 touches. Let's see. Did he have any catches? No catches. Ha! Jeff Wilson was out there. Oh, shit. Jeff Wilson got a touchdown. Jeff Wilson got a touchdown. And shout out to Jamie. What up, bro? I don't know if I shouted you out earlier when I saw your message. My bad. But he said good news for Walker because Charbonnet looked like trash. Yeah, Charbonnet, man. He's it really feels like a failed experiment. Like for him, they drafted him way too early. And you didn't need to draft him there. Like, that's what sucks is like when you draft a player early like that, because I think he was projected to be a third rounder. Didn't they take him in the second round? And then everyone's like, oh, it's because Ken Walker sucks and he's about to get replaced and yada, 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 yada. But nah, man, like Ken Walker's that dude. He's that dude. And one thing that I really like about Seattle is their wide receiver core. And their wide receiver core is so deep that you're never going to be able to stack the box on a Ken Walker. Like you can't. I mean, there's 3 wide receivers out there, and JSN would probably be a number 2 on most teams out there, and Lockett would be a number 2 on most teams out there, like as well. So I mean, you got 3 solid pass catching options over there. Let's see. Let me go. Since I've been thinking about JJ's fucking game this entire time and comparing him to the others, let's go over to that game. Las Vegas and Minnesota. Coach C, what up, homie? See you in a couple hours, bro. Let's see. Where the fuck is it? Okay. JJ, 11 for 17, 2 touchdowns. One of those was very, very nice. The wide receiver just toasted. I can't remember who it was. It was either Tristan Jackson or Trent Sherfield. No fucking idea. It's probably Tristan Jackson. Because he has more yards. He fucking toasts the DB, just runs straight by him, like running the streak. And the DB, I mean, yeah, I don't know. AP Antonio Pierce, he didn't have the that defense was not on point, man. The second and third stringers were getting roasted out there by JJ. And but dude just runs past him, the DB, he waited until the wide receiver was like all the way past him, and then he turns and starts running, and then it's too late at that point, and JJ hit the wide receiver at the perfect timing for a touchdown. Safety was trying to get over there, but didn't get over there in time. And Peacock said JJ McCarthy sounds like a presidential candidate, right? Right. And Tino said, y'all bums that draft team defense, just wait for the Raiders. Yeah, I mean, their starting defense is going to be good. Their starting defense was only out there for, I think, one series, and that was it. Because I saw Max Crosby on the field, but it was legit. Like, it was just that first series, and that was it. And I think that the Vikings even went 3-and-out, like, on it. Wilkins, man, I'm really, really, really excited to draft Wilkins in IDP for the DLs, because he's going to get drafted so fucking late. I mean, I had him. I remember picking him up last year in our dynasty leagues at the DL spot, because people were dropping him because he was pretty inconsistent, and then just starts going on like this tear. And he got to, I think he played more than one series, because I saw him get to the QB multiple times, breaking up the play, or, you know, just creating some havoc for Sam Darnold, like, in there. And so, yeah, Christian Wilkins, that I'm very, very excited to draft him. He's going to be one of my targets for sure in these redraft leagues at the DL spots. You're going to be able to get him hella late. And because of Max Crosby over there, Tyree Wilson, like, man, there's so many people to account for, like, over there, that, yeah, it's going to be dope for him. One thing that I will say, though, because of him, that makes me worry a tiny little bit about Robert Spillane, because Spillane got a shitload of tackles last year on RBs, just running straight up the middle, and he's like the guy covering the RBs, right? And so he just gets that tackle. There's going to be a lot of guys who get swallowed up by Christian Wilkins this year. So that's my one take versus Spillane. I feel like I want to drop him just a couple ticks in my IDP rankings. I still have him as a top 25 guy, but he's more like a fringe top 25 guy with Christian Wilkins over there. Like, it's going to make a huge difference for the Raiders defense. And that's why they paid him so much money. Like, he's really going to be worth it for sure. And Tino said, I think the Raiders sleepers defense. Yeah, their DBs suck, though. Like, that's one of the things, like, they're going to give up touchdowns. They're going to, but they're going to get to the quarterback a lot. It said, why is everyone sending me trades for depth? Chris Jones for a 4th and a 7th. Yeah, I've been getting some bad trades right now also. It's a bad time to trade right now in Dynasty, because it's people trying to make luxury trades right now to see if someone's stupid enough to accept their offers. At least that's what I feel like with the offers that I get. Peacock said, I've been getting stupid trade offers in a redraft league that I just drafted. Like, draft a better team and leave me alone. Yeah, I mean, that's what I never really understood in redraft, is like the people who draft and then, like, right then they're already trading. Because, like, when I draft my redraft teams, like, yeah, there's like the guys at the end, you know, maybe the round 10 plus guys, like, you know, but who the fuck wants those guys, you know? And like, those are the people who everyone's trying to trade. Like, let me trade you my 11th, 12th, and 13th round draft pick for your 5th round guy. Like, come on. And Tino said, nothing stops a pass better than a lethal pass rush. Yeah, for sure. I'm just saying, though, their DBs are garbage. You know, like, that is their, like, if we're talking about all 3 levels of the D, it's like the line, that's their strongest level, and then the linebackers would be their second strongest, and then that's not even that strong, and then their DBs, that would be the 3rd in the pecking order. So that's all I mean by that. I mean, but yeah, Christian Wilkins, Max Crosby, they're going to be getting to the quarterback a lot. I did trade away David Montgomery for Travis Kelce in a dynasty where my only tight end was Taysom Hill. Was it literally David Montgomery for Travis Kelce? Like, was it literally David Montgomery for Travis Kelce? What else was in that deal? Yeah, what else was in that deal? That's all it was, bro. What the fuck? David Montgomery for Travis Kelce, straight up. Oh, man. That's ridiculous. I can't believe someone made that move. And dude only had one good starting RB. It doesn't, man, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That dude's a fool. He's a fool. David Montgomery for Kelsey straight up. He has Kincaid and Knox. That's fucking funny. It would have been for me. Kincaid for Knox. I mean, Knox for Monty. Probably. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. And Peacock did it the right way. Go after Kelsey. Go after the old guy. That shit's crazy. I sent the same offer for Kincaid as I did for Kelsey. Woke up with Kelsey on my team, man. We know they don't watch the show because first rule of fantasy football around here of the 420 crew, you do not trade Travis Kelsey away, especially if you play in a league where you start at tight end. You don't do it. You don't do it. And let's see. Schmitty says take 5 laps for trading Travis Kelsey for David Montgomery. That's criminal. Well, he received Kelsey. So, peeps in the 420 crew, they're doing it the right way. Said now I'm trying to send a bench wide receiver like Kirk or McLaurin for 2 future firsts and 2 future firsts for CMC. Damn. Well, so was it one of those trades you just sent, helping the guy accidentally hit accept? He said he sent him the exact same trade for Kincaid, and the dude accepted the Kelsey trade. See if I can get him moved on my team with the injury buzz. Yeah. I mean, this CMC's old, right?
Simmons is old.
CMC's old. So, yeah, especially combined with the injury news. Yeah, there could be some people who are very, very nervous about CMC. And I wouldn't even, shit, if that trade that you just made, I wouldn't even put in 2 future first. I'd maybe do 1. I'd maybe do 1 future first. Because they might just accept it. Who the hell knows? Because they're all nervous about him. It's like, especially at this point of the season, I do not put a lot of stock in first rounders unless the future first rounders, unless I'm rebuilding, because like, why? It's still going to take so long before you use that draft pick 1, and then 2 before you actually play that person, and then 3 before they're actually like a viable, person. So like, yeah, I just, at this point of the league, at this point of the year, I am not trying to stack up on first rounders, man. Like, that's the opposite of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to use my first rounders where I can get some crazy extra flex piece or something, and really make a run at these leagues. And maybe you hold, but yeah, I want to use my future first to help me win a championship this year. That's what I want. And Crispy said, Kelsey's old.
Simmons is old.
No, and I'm not backing it up on him, Crispy. No. Not going to do it.
You can do it!
Not going to do it. Not going to do it. I could get Gibbs for Kirk at 25 first and 26 first, but I won't have any picks next year. Yeah, it seems like a little too much because I think Kirk is going to outproduce his ADP by a lot. He did last year, and people are drafting him in the exact same spot. Jamie said someone offered me Eckler and Charbonnet for Pickens. I declined, and he sent another one. I didn't Gabe Davis. Like, that's going to make a difference, right?
Oh, wow. You got to be shitting me.
Yeah, no, man. I don't want all your fucking. I don't even want Pickens, but I wouldn't be trading him for that. Like, don't give me three scrubs for a better scrub. Let's see. Oh, how about Gardner Minshew, Aiden O'Connell? What'd you guys think about them? So here was my take from what I saw. So Aiden O'Connell only got one drive. But he was, when the Raiders were on offense in the first quarter, he was there. So he only had the first drive because I mean, there was like 2 long drives from Minnesota, and then the drive that they went on was fucking very, very long. I mean, they scored a field goal. You know, they kicked a field goal. I really feel like Gardner Minshew, though, he was looking way more electric with that offense, though. Like, one of the things that Gardner Minshew does probably do that. I mean, it helps him and it hurts him, but getting out of the pocket like hella quick. But with their shaky ass line, I feel like that's like a good thing, you know, for him. So O'Connell, 7 for 9, 76 yards. Gardner Minshew, 6 for 12, 117 and a touchdown. What? Noble woke up.
Yep.
What? Noble's never awake this early. All right.
Yes, I am.
Hit your couple drops on the soundboard. Noble's got to get in his work for the day. Hit your couple drops on the soundboard.
Let me hit that ball.
All right, how about you do some of your sound drops?
And that's the bottom line. Go Stone Cold Simpson. Went to the liquor store. I loaded up with alcohol. What? More specifically, vodka. What? Whiskey. What? Beer. What? Tequila. What? More beer. What? More vodka. What? More whiskey. What? More beer. What?
Man, look at Noble doing multiple sounds at the same time.
What?
Synchronizing it. Very nice.
Give me a hell yeah. Stomp a butthole in your ass and walk it dry. But oh no, there ain't no way that that's gonna happen.
All right, good job, Noble.
And that's the bottom line. Go Stone Cold Simpson.
The 2001 version.
That was the 2022.
Yeah. James, you gotta be a proud father when your son drops the thong song. It wasn't even the thong song. Listen closer.
Let me hit that ball.
What Crispy said, I think it's crazy how people think volume of trash makes the deal better. Back it up. It does not. Don't give me more trash pieces. Well, what it is definitely like people take the redraft approach a lot of times. And in redraft, you know, the strategy for trading is let me trade because there is no rebuilding for next year. You know, it's like you got to rebuild for like this week. So it's like you trade 3 of your players who might be up and coming for like 1 stud who may be, you know, a little bit off, you know, at the moment. And I really feel like there's like they try to deploy the exact same strategy in Dynasty, and Dynasty is not the same. Like, it's really not. Like, I mean, I don't make a shitload of trades in Dynasty. I feel like I don't make a shitload of trades at all compared to some people. But I feel like I'm always trading for a purpose, and everyone's not like that. Like in Dynasty, like if I'm going to trade, like it just depends on what my team is and where it's lacking. You know, like there's some people who would just trade just to get a certain player that they like. And like, I try not to do that because then you're trading with emotion. Then you're probably going to pay more for that person somehow. And Peacock says, not forget Gardner Minshew's career stats are basically identical to the #1 draft pick, Trevor Lawrence. I mean, Yeah, yeah, we could say that. We could say that. Doesn't mean that Gardner Minshew is just as talented as Trevor. It just shows how much the Jags suck and they can't figure it out. Like, that's what it is. Right? Toyota One said quarters for dollars don't add up. Exactly. Don't try to give me 3 quarters for $1, bro. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. And that's like the best analogy that I can give because people actually understand that. Like, okay, all right, I get it. I get it. Same concept, same concept. And if you really think of like that and you put it into dollars and cents like that, I feel like people would be just way smarter with making trades. But people are hella emotional when it comes to trades. That's why I try to save you guys from your super emotional trades. And sometimes I may be wrong. You know, when I say don't trade for this guy or don't give up this guy for this guy, and the guy who I said don't give up like gets hurt, shit like that happens. But it's all about the value of what you're getting in the moment. Like, you know, obviously these guys aren't stocks, but, you know, we compare it to stocks because, you know, when a guy's peaking, that's when you're trying to move them, you know? And like if there's other people peaking, you got these cheaper stocks that are on the rise, you know, you try to trade them for one solidified, you know, stock, whatever analogy we can use. Peacock said rage trading. Yeah. And like, I really want to be on the opposite end of anybody who's rage trading. Like we said it last year, like when Kelsey was like sucking. I mean, it's not like Kelsey did like great, you know, like by Kelsey standards, but still better than a whole bunch of shitty tight ends out there. I'm sure there's a bunch of people that sold Kelsey like last year in like week 2, week 3. The first 4 weeks of the season is when you'll get a lot of emotional trades in redraft because people are going to be trying to make moves right there because they feel like they fucked up like hella early. Jamie said, how about I give you 6 4th rounders for your first? Right? Makes sense. You're getting 6 of these guys. What up, Zeb? What's going down, bro? He said everyone blowing their load over Knicks. I bet. Peacock said, the infamous post-hype breakout. Right? Brings on a lot of emotion. Crispy said, problem is dynasty veterans trying to make those trash trades with me. Back that shit up twice. 1, 2. And don't worry, Crispy, because I still get veterans sending me bad trades as well. Like even today, I won't say who sent it to me, but it's someone who we all know very well, and it was me. I would be receiving Spencer Rattler, Juwan Jennings, and Jordan Mason for Gardner Minshew and Jermaine Burton. What do you guys think about that trade? I mean, I know Gardner Minshew, like he's no Sharon Stone, but I mean, come on, like Gardner Minshew, like he's Gardner Minshew right now. He's on it. He is on it. Toyota One said, don't lose yourself in the moment, like M said. That's it. And most of the time now that you write your name or your signature, like you could get it with the, what's it called? The digital stamp or whatever. And dated a girl, Luisa Yolanda Cervantes de Villarreal. Just called her Yoli. Way easier. Way easier. And I don't know why we just add names inside of it. I don't know either. Well, I mean, really it's to distinguish your name from anybody else's potential name, but I mean, for all the common folk out there, I mean, my name's Alex. Like, fuck. I mean, how many Alexes are in the world? Marino's not a common last name. I mean, there's a few different spellings, but I actually met someone whose name is Alex Marino. His last name, it's like Moreno, Moreno. But still crazy, man. Still super crazy. Man, Fairbairn. She didn't speak English, but I just didn't. But I didn't care. Mondo, what up, bro? He said my full name is Armando San Miguel Jesus Cepeda Jr. There we go. There we go. Got to make sure, because it couldn't just be Armando Cepeda. You know, it got like two. There might be a few of those. And Tio said Latino grandpa got egos. They're like, add my add my name in there somewhere for sure. See, there you go. Spanish culture, they keep both parents' names. Yeah, a lot of times, right? I mean, Noble, he's Noble Reyes Marino. He's got the hyphenated last name, and it's crazy because Regal's what's it called? Initials. It's RMRM. He's got RMRM. It's crazy. And we didn't even really realize that when we did it. We're like, man, that's cool. And yeah, Jamie, Dan Marino's close. Because when I was in elementary school, are you related to Dan Marino? I was like, oh yeah, he's like my third uncle, twice removed. Like, wow, that's so cool. He said, nah, just kidding. That's fucking hilarious. Toyota, one time my daughter's graduation this year, there's a bunch of kids with like 5 names. I believe it, man. I believe it. You had me going, Mondo. I believed it. Tina said my wife's initials are THC. Nice. You got a good one there. And she hooked up your Amazon Prime to Twitch. You got to go redo it, Tino. Got to go redo it. I remember she did that for you. She's a trooper. Tina Han Capas. Nice. Zeb said my buddy I work with, his name is Hector Gomez Miguel Jesus Gonzalez the fourth. You remember on what was it called? Damn it, what was that? The movie with John High School High. Remember High School High? Oh man, and when he said his name, it was damn. I can't even remember his name now. I got to go find this. You guys remember his name, right? High School High, super classic. When he introduced himself, my name is Fernando Jr. I got to find it now. Let's see. Paco. There we go. And you forgot one name. Skidmark. When he's talking to Mekhi Phifer. Let's see.
This is my turf now. You show me respect. Me, Paco de la Vega, El Camino Cordova, Jose Cuervo Sanchez Rodriguez. Junior.
Are we not forgetting a name?
What's that?
Skidmark.
Oh man. Yeah, John Lovitz. There you go. Yeah, not John Leguizamo. Not Leguizamo. Crispy. Is she smoking hot? And I know you want this. I read Mike Tyson's book, Jose Cuervo Sanchez Rodriguez Jr. All right. What else? Did we miss any news today? Like any more injuries? Oh, you know who killed it? You know who killed it for the Vikings? Myles Gaskin. He was out there shaking and baking. Myles Gaskin's back. Oh, man. So crazy. Yeah, you're killing me. This was before Half Baked. Think you're killing me. And then Dave walks over him, steps on his head. Watch it, yo. You stepped on his head, B. Wiggins, shoulder injury considered minor. Which Wiggins? Yeast man, what up? So what would your strategy be in a super flex, 2 wide receiver, 4 flex league? It'd be my normal strategy. A lot would depend on the crazy ass bonuses that you might have in that league. But I really like in a league like that. I'm assuming 2 running backs as well. You didn't put that in there, but I'm assuming 2 running backs. I really like to build evenly. That's what I like to do. So a QB, wide receiver, and running back, those might be my first 3 picks, like right there, depending on if, running back falls who shouldn't, or if wide receiver falls who shouldn't. But I like to build evenly because, like, if you have a staple at each position, it makes it easier to fill in those other, the second spots and all that. Bro, I made a decision the other night. I said I'm not joining that goofy ass league. I already told you, man. You guys need to fix that league, bro. You guys need to fix that league. You guys bump it up to $30. I'll commission the league for you. Make it through League Safe and all that kind of shit. And I'll make it way better than what the fuck you have it as right now. Yeah, Phillips is off the IR now. Yeah, there we go. Hell yeah. I hope he comes back like week 1. Or at least, at the beginning, that'd be super cool. We're talking about Jalen Phillips. Right? At least that's who I'm assuming you're talking about, Jamie. But I saw that this morning. They said he should be returning to practice soon. I don't know in what capacity he's going to be returning to practice. But we'll find out. I was just joking about you joining. Man, you guys need to step up that league, bro. You guys need to step it up for real. Let's go see. Let me check. Let's check the news source here. Let's see. Jaguars. Andrew Wingard. Their safety will miss about the same amount of time as recently signed safety Tashawn Gibson, who is suspended for the first 6 games. Oh shit! I don't know how many people are really drafting Wingard out there, but he's one piece who randomly does good in like bye weeks. Let's see. Yeah, definitely Toyota one. Let me go through some of this news and we'll pull that up. Let's see. Sean McDermott says Shane something hurt his neck in the game, be out for extended period of time. Hollywood.
Sing about Hollywood.
He avoided surgery. We already knew that. We talked about Marshawn Lloyd earlier. Talked about Leggett, OBJ. So they say that Neighbors is day-to-day with that ankle sprain. Seahawks are trading center Nick Harris and a 2026 7th rounder for the Browns 2026 6th rounder. Trey Sermon, he got ruled out yesterday due to a hamstring injury. And yeah, that's pretty much it of everything that happened over the last couple days. Derek said, yeah, Neighbor's okay. Thank the Lord. Will said, I read that Malik got stepped on. It wasn't a sprain. It was a bruise. Okay. I don't know. I thought when I read it, it said sprain. So I don't know. I didn't see the one that you're saying bruise, but yeah, it's even better. Someone at Texas camp had a poster of CJ Stroud as a patron saint, and it said, in CJ we trust. He autographed it and wrote, trust God. There we go. He doesn't want to be a false idol, bro. He doesn't want to be a false idol. That's when your head starts getting that big, you're doomed to fail. So that's good on him. Good on him. All right, let's pack another bowl here, and then we'll go pull up this wafers draft. We'll grade Toyota 1's team over there. Let's see. Oh, shit. Gotta go make a change for someone. Oh, man, this is a long time ago. All right. All right. There we go. Picks are moving. Okay, now I got to make my pick. Uh-oh, we're in the hold on. Make my pick in this what's it called? Okay. Let's see. What am I going to do here? So I got 2 running backs and 2 wide receivers already. A lot of QBs off the board. Let me see. It's pretty ugly. It's pretty ugly right now. A lot of shitty running backs there. Yeah, and it's these. I'm in the guillotine league, and it's 18 teamers. So like in the beginning, like the teams are, they're shaky at best. They are shaky at best. Let's see. Yeah, it really sucks, man. Some of these matchups in week 1, because I'm drafting a lot for like week 1 matchups. All right, you know who we're going with as our first flex? We're going to lock in Scary Terry McLaurin. Let's go. Oh, we're moving. We're moving. Adunze goes right after me. Let's see. Where are we in the Marvel multiverse? Nets on the clock. Man, I got so many picks before my next pick in the 32 team league. We're 6 rounds in. I think we've only been drafting for like 2 or 3 days, so we've been doing pretty good. This thing's speeding along. Thanks, Tino. This damn one, and I need to angle it a little higher. Thanks, bro. How you feeling about the Marvel 32 league so far? Man, I drafted Dubs with my 5th pick, which I like, but I didn't realize that him and Devontae Adams have the same bye week. That's one of the things that I like really tried not to do in this one, is have all the same to have all the like anybody with the same bye week in my starters. But I have my 5 starters like right now on offense, so I do feel good. I do feel good about that. It kind of sucks because like where I'm at in the draft is going to be a shitload of people, I think, getting, you know, their 1st or 2nd IDP right now, because they're at the beginning of the 6. And if people use their first 5 picks on offense, you know, your 6th pick, you may just use on defense. Yeah. So I like it and I don't at the same time. But Derrick Henry and Devontae Adams in the 32 and Aaron Rodgers, like I feel really good about my top 3 that I got. Like, how about that? And then I got Hollywood and Dubs as my next guys up. And I felt like because of Hollywood's injury that I had to go wide receiver and get a guy like Dubs there. All right, where? And that's my problem. I didn't look into a play. He said, "Don't look into that player like I'm too busy with my life." Yeah, I feel it. I feel it. Where is it? Oh, we're getting movement. Damn, Ivan Pace. So crazy. He goes so early. He goes so early. I'm glad, though. All right. Let me see here. Let me get into the draft. I know some people in the Wafers leagues, like they're like, Ivan Pace. Yes. Yes, he was amongst the first wave of IDP players. It's crazy. And maybe not the first wave, because it looks like there is a bunch that have already been taken. But let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. There's only been 26 IDP players taken, and Ivan Pace was number 26. All right. Here we go. Here's Toyota 1. I think that door open was my sign almost. I think it's time to sign off. I couldn't find 20 better. I could find 20 better than that at this point. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I think it's crazy how early he's going. All right, let's see. Let's see how Toyota 1 did here. Starts off with CMC and Derrick Henry. I mean, that's still an A. It's still an A to me. And then you mix in Devin Singletary and B-Rob the Mob. Where is it? Where is it?
Caught a bullet in his bubble goose. He caught a bullet in his bubble goose. You can be at a party getting loose, but you can catch a bullet in your goose.
That's an A right there for the RBs. Puka, Pittman, and Devonta Smith. I mean, it's like a B or a B plus, like right there. I feel we'll grade it harsher and we'll just say it's a B. Dak, I feel like Dak's still a B plus. Ferguson, I mean, that's like a C or a C plus, like right there. Let's see the bench. Lockett, Sutton, Stafford, Charbonnet, Polk, Otten. I mean, it's probably like that's probably like a C plus. So all in all, what's that? I mean, the RBs bringing it up a little bit, QBs bringing it up a little bit, and then running backs, tight end bringing it down a little bit. Yeah, I feel like that's fringing. I mean, that's a B. That's a solid B right there. I mean, maybe it's a B minus B, but I mean, even though it's only one spot for the tight end, and like you got Kate Otten, who's, I don't know, probably just as good as Ferguson. So yeah, I mean, that's like a solid B right there. There we go. Not too shabby. Let's see if I notice anything in the draft in general just sticks out to me. A few double wide receiver peeps. Only one person, or no, 2 people went back to back on the RBs. A lot of people going RB and then going wide receivers after that. So a lot of people going with the hero RB strategy. Only a few people going with the hero wide receiver strategy. Oh, yeah, Chaotix in this one. She was right there at number 6. Jefferson, Laporta, A-Chain, and Lamar. There we go. Yeah, Chaotic did pretty good in this tournament last year. I don't think she won, but I know her team was competing all the way until the end. All right. Here we go. We're going to get out of here in a sec, but before we do, I got to shout out our producers of the show, our ultimate priority members, our man Justin Pickle in a Jar over there. We got our all access members, our elite members, our superstar members, and of course, all of our ultimate members, the guys who are subscribed on more than one platform, and some of the investors in the show. I appreciate you guys. Let's get ready to smoke this bowl, and we're going to get on out of here. Okay, here we go. You guys ready? You guys ready?
All right. Fire them up.
Said I teared up. Let's go. Let's go.
Smoke weed every day.
Let me hit that ball.
Peace out, Jamie. Catch you a little later. Mock Draft Monday, 6 p.m. West Coast time, 9 Eastern. We'll check you guys there. If we can get enough people, we could do the IDP mock, but we got to get all 12 people. I'll hit the bong and the thong.
Let me hit that ball.
See you guys later today. Peace out.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Here comes the